Madison Russell, sophomore from Westerville, Ohio. Polad setting it, Fisek blasting it, and she knocks over Lake Erie off the block, kept alive by Ellie Heinonen, and now to the right side, Emmert, there's another.
We have a good team coming back this year. It's an exciting team. We returned a good chunk of our offense, so that's very exciting. We were a very strong offense last year. Passing being a big point, Ellie and Haley coming back and add some great passing, but talk about three of our, I think maybe our featured returners, if you want to say that. Lauren Emmert, one of our junior captain, middle blocker, our leading point scorer, just an absolute foundation to our team and how we do things. The way she does it, how she does it, and the reliability that she brings is really unmatched. And what a great kid, a great player. And over her last 2 years, the output speaks for itself. She has been in the top 5 in many statistical categories in the league, including her freshman year. She's been recognized by the league now twice, honorable mention all-conference, second team all-conference last year. So Lauren's going to add a great deal and bring a lot back.
I'm Lauren Emmert. I'm a junior middle blocker, and I'm from Northbrook, Illinois. I'm studying social sciences and education, and I hope to become a history teacher. One of my favorite things about being at Tech and being a volleyball player is the team, and that how we get so along, and we're just a unit together when we play, and we can always depend on each other. Steph and I have really helped our offense in that because we are a middle first offense, we are now the middle blockers have to go with us first before they can go out to the pins, which allows our outside hitters to have more holes in the block to score. It was a really big honor to be elected captain because I've never seen myself in that position, and it really means a lot from my team and that they trust me enough to put me in that to be a captain. Yes, playing Northern on their home court was definitely one of my proudest moments, and we completely crushed them.
The setter position, Rachel, yeah, all I can say is that she was really one of the big reasons I think last year ended up being a successful season for us. And she's the kind of player we just kind of have learned to let go and let her do her thing. We got to rein her in sometimes, but what an athlete, what a volleyball mind, and the instinct on that kid is second to none. So we trust her a great deal, and we're going to put a lot into her, and if she can continue to grow on what she did last year for us, then this year ought to be a good one for her, and we're looking forward to that too. And then I think it would be a disservice not to mention also Aubrey Fisek, our second senior, and probably one of the better representations of grit in the league. This kid is one of the most coachable, hardworking kids that I've ever been around, and she's fun to watch play. She's hits harder than maybe any player I've ever really coached, and I think has been a crowd favorite for us now ever since she's been out there, and very noticeable player. The season she had last year was very much, it was very impressive, and it was, I think, we didn't talk a lot about it considering a lot of things were going on, but Aubrey Fisek has been a key to our success, and I think will be again this year. One really exciting part of the season, I think, is going to be our offense. We returned a lot from last year with Lauren, Mariah, Aubrey Fisek. We scored a lot of points last year. We were one of the highest scoring teams in the GLIAC with about, I think, 16 or 17 points per set. We bring a lot back. We're efficient, we're fast. Well, we got to look to grow on that, though. I think towards the end of the season, we got a little predictable, and like any offense, you got to keep mixing it up. So I think we have the tools to do that, and we're going to see where we can go with that. A big part of that too, actually, is going to be our passing. Passing is a huge part of our offense, and losing Jackie Aird is always going to be part of that. At the same time, we return some great passers, almost 2/3 of our passing, and I think that will have a big effect on our offense. We bring five freshmen on campus this year. 3 are up here right now in the summer working, but 5 new freshmen. We have Amelia Wyden, 6'2" middle from Minnesota. She's going to come in and bring some automatic depth to the middle position, a position that we've been pretty good with so far. We have a third middle actually coming as well. Rachel Ping, 6'1" middle, also very skilled player. We have obviously now added depth to that position. Lauren and Stephanie, while predicted to be our top 2 middle blockers, have done an incredible amount of work for us over these last 2 years. So to have that depth is going to be nice. We bring an outside hitter named Macaulay Peterson from Paw Paw, Michigan, our one in-state kid of the group. Exceptional talent, a very confident young kid, comes in with the potential to be a media impact player for us, I think, right away. A gal named Christine Fink from Scarsdale, New York, from the East Coast, a rare East Coast pickup for us this year. An exceptional young person who brings a ton of skill, and she's a dynamic player. While she played outside and defense for her high school and club teams out east, I think she's primarily going to be a ball control defensive asset for us. A kid with the kind of athleticism and skill that could pick up some time right away. She's a hard worker, great student, so we're glad to have her too. Schedule this year is very exciting. We are looking to really challenge ourselves pre-GLIAC. GLIAC is going to present quite a challenge for us this year, as always. I think it's going to be a good league again. It always is. But this year we've been fortunate enough to be included in 2 very strong preseason tournaments. First starting at Lewis, opening the season with Lewis on their home court, and a match that we're really looking forward to. Last year we lost in the 5th set, 15-13, with match point on the line. It was a great match, or 16-14, something like that. It was one of the best matches that I've ever really been a part of. We opened with them to begin the season. Included in that tournament is teams such as like Southwest Minnesota State. So tough opening weekend. And the second weekend also presents many challenges, including Minnesota Duluth at the Parkside tournament, a team that and a coach that I respect quite a bit, and we'll be opening the season with those two tournaments. Another kind of exciting part of the season, mid-season, when we go to play Walsh in Ohio, we've been invited to play Wheeling Jesuit in Wheeling, West Virginia. That second part of the weekend, they were the defending national champions. So in essence, we're playing, I think, three teams that participated in the Final Four over the last 2 seasons. I think something like 15 teams that played in the tournament. So we have a grueling schedule. I think this team is up for that challenge, and we'll see. I think it should make us a better team, and it's an opportunity to see where we stand in that regard. Well, the nice part geez, what didn't Jackie do for our defense and our ball control and our passing over the last 4 years? So you can't, we look at it as we're not going to replace Jackie. Jackie's one of a kind, and we're so thankful for what she did. And she's actually going to be part of the program in a coaching role this year for us, as a student coach. So she'll have that lingering effect, hopefully, on our backcourt. But the biggest part, the best answer to that question is, I think we have 2 young, I shouldn't say too young now, they're juniors, 2 players in Ellie Hainanen and Haley Hart that are going to pick up that mantle, I think, very well. We've said this before, and I truly believe this. I think that the 2 of them could have been starting liberos on many teams in the country for these last 2 seasons, including their freshman and also their sophomore year. So we look for one of the 2 of them to pick up that libero spot, maybe both. They're both, candidates for that position and are going to be fighting for it. And they have like the best relationship about it too. They're competitive, and they both want it for themselves, of course, but for the team.